Them inside the program today, we look at the frequent overseas trip of the president and the economic implication, if any, on the state. For help we discuss this topic today, now the program we want to welcome now the studio Abubakar Joe Sesay, Head of Strategic Communication, Minister of Information and Civic Education. Good morning, Joe Sesay, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salud.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And also now the studio want to welcome Dr. Victor Moinina, a researcher and consultant now Pro Idealist Limited, and also lecturer at the Institute of Public Administration and Management, IPAM. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Well, plenty debates done day around the president in travel. For some, now the right thing the president did do, and that's go help for bring developments to the country. And for some, now it gets implication in the economy and also on governance. We get to these two ideas, or these two debates, or these two different perceptions about the president in travel. Now we will discuss in the edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. I'll start with you, Joe Sesay, from the Strategic Communications Unit, now the Minister of Information and Civic Education. Once again, good morning.
Good morning.
The debates about the president's infrequent overseas travel, now one way people get different opinion about. It depends to who you talk to. But from the Minister of Information perspective or the strategic communication standpoint, what you want to make up and they talk about the president's infrequent overseas trips?
Well, so basically, what you do observe, that talk about president overseas travel, it just get for with politics. People away just fishing for the fair way for criticize the president. Now then can bring down the car up, and you really know they see what they talk say it makes sense with all due respect to them, make sense in a sense. When you the talk say something they happen way bad. If you really objective in what you say, you go also look at waiting good about that in there. Right? Why I start on this note? Make you always tell people when you want to talk about president in travel, look at cost benefit analysis. Waiting now like when you do business, you go know if they make profit, where you don't see the money where you put, and what you get from what you put inside the business. They don't know if the business will make profit. It is as simple as that. Cost benefit analysis of president in travels, what the president they spend on the travels, and what they bring come back to the country. Very, 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 very straightforward. But unfortunately, the one they talk about president they travel. They know they ever talk about waiting the then travel and they bring come back. They always go tell about the travel. And we always don't talk say, first of all, the president they always travel with lean delegations. Yeah? Not to boku people they work out. Only people the way matter we get it for good that they'll go always go with her. Very lean delegation. You calculate all that money the way you think they don't spend. But travel. All that like how the critics they can talk. By any time you don't compare to any one project where you don't ever go bring car in this country. Yeah? And well, I see you have for I don't know.
Just say we can look at
because I don't lost me train of thought.
Look at cost analysis.
No, that's my own standpoint. Not to other person you mean. My own standpoint the cost benefit analysis.
We can look at that, but in your opening you say the people where they criticize the president say they travel now out of politics. Why you think so now out of politics than from a citizen's perspective?
Well, fine, because the points they give no objective. It's as simple as that. I don't say this law. If I talk say Usman they go Banjul and come back on behalf of 98.1, the thing way for carry my mind as an objective person. I wait to Usman they go bring can highly benefit 98.1. If when you sit down at this office, if they send you out with 98.1 money, then they always look at what you go bring come back, we go benefit 98.1. So if somebody they tell say they travel, and now they ever talk back about waiting at the benefit of them travel, then it is politics. And when they talk, we sabi them. Me, I know they talk social media because me not get time for make I do blabber. Yeah, but I'm always on the social media. I they watch everything. Waiting, whose kind people they write. Na Facebook, na WhatsApp, other channels. I read. I see the people who post. I see what they post. So me they tell say mostly in our politics. Now politics. Because if you're not politics, fine. Like we said the debate so today. The many people out there now let them hear. Okay. You understand? President Bill don't go here. He don't go here. He don't go here. He don't go here. The next question that comes to mind now, waiting at it because if they do for the country. Let me tell you something again. There is no luxury in flying. The people don't understand this. You don't fly. Some of you don't fly. We know say when you should not plane. Now pray they pray to another plane they can't do. We all sabi that. Not to children somebody they enjoy for their flight. If somebody they fly go any side, now a great risk to himself. Not to enjoy but they enjoy for. But they better begin fly way before he be president. You understand? So not to fly for the fly. And you go ask yourself waiting. The party where the state they get. I mean that party they think say you know get what they do way we get some money. So now make a tell you say it just get for do with politics. Some people just they always look at something for the team effort. So when we come to the real issues, the benefits that we don't come to Salo, I want the public really sit down today, let them listen to we. Okay. Let this matter to rest once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Joe, you talk about per diem we are in. Presidents know they get better per diem. Almost in the game, per diem way they travel.
No, I mean no way we tell you that because not to me they make per diem for.
Alright.
But if they go on a state visit, they are entitled to wait till they can go. Now the state, all presidents in the world, where they go out on state visit, that the state 90 support them. No, President Biona, one head of state per over 200 almost head of state in the world.
Okay.
These are just the basics in the wire. Now the state 90 support you. So now me I tell you say if you don't have put politics for always ask waiting this person don't go bring away he go. When me then I also today for talk.
Okay. As you say most of the thing the way people they say now politics against President Bill in travel. But again, during the 2018 debate, is it that now politics President Bill been the talk now been too many way me they criticize former President Kuma on the same travel?
Well, so I make an answer you say you look at waiting they come. Yeah? If by then telling day we know like you and we go so. We know most people be the go you and then there. So and people that we really know we not get nothing for go do. We will see them where they go. By that time they mean I'm a journalist.
For this year, almost people and go. The hunger. I
don't tell you say waiting for you president, if not to me information that one day. But one thing where I go always tell you now that now only people we get in for go do. You understand? Now they make that trip. Only people we get in for go do. First time they go Kenya the only people go. Most of the way they go, that just for letting them go. So I mean we know these things, not to tell the whole hide. You understand me? So if the criticism has to be genuine. If you really they go, you know they come anything back, and at the state resources they spend, somebody will be right for criticize you. But if this same person they go, if they bring well come, what they benefit the country, that what you think say they spend for travel, okay, then it is necessary for them to travel. So it's as simple as that. Most of the development project they hold they see in Salon now. The country, of course, not get that kind of money for support there. You understand me? When you go out, you got to go create networks, you create contacts. The next thing they help you. The movers and shakers of the world, not just alone there, sit down. If you say what you want, they don't get that time there for come and meet you. No, they don't get that. Because everybody else now the world where they in need, they run after them. You understand?
What's the essence of the embassies? Good. And the High Commission?
I'm glad you brought this. You understand me? Now just diplomatic relations. The high level bilateral engagements for let it really be the kind of foot you want. Now the highest level they get. Now let me just give you one example. Last year I go Germany, me minister. Honorable Chenoba. Yeah, where we go Germany. I meet the ambassador. By the way, I'm a former Oba president. They call him Ove Koto Bemba Sesay. Well, not blame me. We don't go both school left by you. But when they expect to be one, they call him Koto. Yeah. So me and talk. One thing he tell me now. Yana to we na they with a quick ambassador. They able make way is she president. We na ya. He said the highest level we sometimes they able for engage. Now like permanent secretary level to win ya. Or so tell the minister. He told me that. Tell governor international so tell the Harry. Not to be secret. He told me that. You understand? But quite apart from that, when you really want to be taken seriously in certain things, it just like where I go always make example to win a what are they 98.1? There are certain engagements. You get certain partnerships where this institution go out for to other people. With all due respect to you, Usman, with all due respect to you, Musa, they never ask for Leunago. They will either call for the board chairman or the waiting highest level. It is for a reason. If you don't go and engage with somebody, even we who can go to meetings, we go insist let editors come, let station managers come, or you will go to an institution and go tell you say, let the permanent secretary come. Because you want somebody where they talk to, where they take a decision. Otherwise, what you can't buy, you know mean nothing.
So in all cases, now by first president bill for go just for meet that standard, say.
We are necessary. Like for instance, we don't have free quality education. Involve huge amount of money. Where we're not able to provide. Yeah, we go able to do our own. But all of that thing there, we will need support from outside. And in that one day, you need to buy in from the international partners in there. And when they take them decisions then they for buying and say they put resources now, they are not in Sierra Leone. You either go meet them directly or when you go to a global conference and at the sidelines. Now they engage with them. Now they get you network. Now they get you contact to them. Now they get you. Now that's the day you go for ride on over time. Now they make you almost money they go for free quality education. Almost million of people benefit from that. Agriculture now the president in next flagship program. Okay. You know most money don't come inside. When are from partners they will get her.
Alright.
You understand? If president maybe she's on here, the one when they take decision when on other side and they not go meet there, we know they get their support there. It is as simple as that.
Alright.
So now I tell you from the one say people they talk there with it, just politics and they talk.
Okay, continue for the way to inside the program. In name na Abubakar Sesay, in a head of strategic communications at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. The program na Good Morning Salon.
And we come to the other studio guest we now Dr. Victor Moinina, researcher and consultant na Pro Idealist Limited and also lecturer Institute of Public Administration and Management IPAM. Good morning and welcome to the program again.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
You don't be quiet for some time. I see the watch Joe Sesay. We do new analysis. We look at the president's infrequent overseas travels or the president's infrequent travels and the impact on governance and also on the economy. According to Joe Sesay, the president in travel gets big benefits to the country and people really criticize them not just out of politics. As somebody the lecturer and also researcher and consultants, what do you take on this topic of discussion today?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. First of all, I beg for the fire with what you say. Every travel we do, it gets a financial implication on the country. Let me take this case study of the recent hunger. We see Sesay, the current chairman of the SLPP, be part of the delegation. We also see the former clerk of parliament be part of the delegation. The question I ask, what really then go for go do? Then they for go work for Salon or then they for go work for the SLPP? So we get for try for distinguish between party politics and national issues. So this one way we try for defend, not all travels of the president actually call for. Like from where presidents come to power, it all left this country more times than it don't stay between here. And when you look at the implication in the economy, everything where it do gets direct cost to the states. Of course, we operate a system whereby we get the single treasury now the Bank of Sierra Leone. Where all revenues they come towards than they go yonder. And the cost of tickets, of course, like I mentioned, I don't travel plenty time. The cost of tickets is not cheap. The cost of hotel is not cheap. The living, the per diem or the stipend or the allowance where they get is not cheap. And mind you, this allowance is not just to go to it go to every other person where they go part of the delegation. So for me on side, I beg for the fact that it is not all of these things. Yes, you make mention of something. We will talk about the ambassadors and representatives. Like I don't leave Ethiopia for a year. I work with the African Union. I can tell you, say there are some issues then where the ambassador of that country they go before articulates well than the person where they come. The reason being, you they interact with other people, yes, but there are institutions that we go actually want for yearly from a perspective and what's they happen. We get a very vibrant ambassador in Kuwait. She's doing very well. A lot of Sierra Leoneans and Kuwait, they actually talk about in what way they do. You want to say past presidents go Kuwait before get an impact of that? So most of these things that we're talking about, not so just on the surface level, let's look deeper. Almost people then they go, almost money it costs we. Even if na presidential jet to be get, almost it go cost we for run a presidential jet. So it's not about politics, it's about being nationalistic. We'll talk more about Sierra Leone than just the politics where people then they refer to.
Now, let me look at the issue of the ticket where you mentioned. It's obvious that the president travel with private jets. Most times and plenty time we will see in the airport private jets, and this private jet always go be available when the president want go.
The cost of private jets is more expensive than commercial flights. So
this is the question we for ask.
Yeah.
When you talk about the president, they fly private jet, they go tell you say salon don't too big and the world don't advance for make the president go to take commercial flights rather private jet is preferable way other president in the travel with.
So instead of we rent the private jets, why we not buy presidential flights for her?
So you think that the money way the government don't use on private jet don't do for let them buy?
Yes. The cost of running a jet is more expensive than for rent one. Now, if you look at, let's say something, the cost of a medium-sized jet could be something $2 to $3 million, but the running cost of them for a year can go up to then $35 million for run a jet for a whole year. So it's more money. Now, if we look at the implication of which we talk about now, almost it costs we for rent one private jet per travel. Let's say roughly something $15,000-$20,000. Almost they would use them. So if we use her like 10 times at $20,000, it's already $200,000. And if we use her like 10 for month, then we calculate them by the year. We actually go be 120 times, and if we calculate them by that rough estimate, we are talking something that is running into almost $500,000 to $1 million.
And how much you think say the cost the state for the president in travel per year?
It costs me more because I just give you a rough estimate of just ticket. Let's talk about the per diem. Let's talk about the hotels. Reason why
we take a step by step and look at the flights first of all.
Okay, now. If you look at one of the reasons that way to make then sack the former Auditor General was because it come up some of these issues that the travels alone, some of the hotels there with them put now the invoices where them bring they are fictional, they're not the operate. So who side them money there, so they go. So when we talk about these things, everything get cost attached to it. Even us working for public institutions, like me in a lecturer, if I tell you some of the costs really come to me directly, it's a lot of money. So I go one for the government for explain to we almost really, if we talk about the cost of ticket, like this hunger we go so, president go, first lady go, ministers and go. I just mentioned a few other names that we go. Almost 10 tickets and they all cost. We will put some, even if not private jets we use or a private chartered flight, it still gets a lot of implication. We also something about we will also look at. We also get visa fees that we can attach to that. Even when you travel on service passport, like a service passport I get. If you travel on service passport for go to the US, for instance, we only pay visa fee. Then no one know whether you work for government or not. You are going to pay that visa fee, and the visa fee is more than 4,000 millions. So if you calculate all of these costs again attached to it, aside the ticket, it's a lot of costs. We also they come more from the consolidated fund, so it get implication.
All right, Doc, you just explained about the different financial implication them where the president in travel get, but you mentioned say the audit report and some of the issues they are then come up with we get for with travel and other documents there. Is it that game they play, the one the way they handle president being in travel business? I mean for the ad fee.
So this question also don't go directly to the people who they make the budget for the presidential travel. Unfortunately, we don't get an answer, so we only get strategic communication director. But if we go in depthly, there is something that is missing in the whole picture.
What you miss?
The missing now accountability. How do we ask these questions to people without being tagged an opposition? Most time we are in there on various media platforms, it's also media oppose the government or media oppose the system because the system is not doing the right thing. If we do the right thing, we will always applaud the system. But this is a system whereby we talk about the implication of waiting there for our factory. Mind you, even we within at this studio, so we all pay tax. If you believe, say, you know they pay tax, even if you work on a street now, you buy something on a street, let them give you that GST receipt, let you see, almost in the put for tax. This water with this so. If you go buy on a shop, ask for the GST receipt, let you see. And where is this tax going to? It'll go back to the consolidated funds. So it has to do with issue which affects all of us because now we money. End of the day, we can't live in a system whereby they deduct so much money from we and we can't even account for how this money is being spent.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Inside the program we'll still get with studio guests that will cover now to Abubakar Sesay. We're now the head of strategic communications, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Before we go for that break, Dr. Victor mentioned about some people that will go hunger recently. It's still a question what them go do. For example, Batilo, another get for do with Paran. They ask if now hunger then go work for the country or now for the SLPP party then go.
Well, you know, ask that categorical statement they make. He say they are part of the delegation. So many challenges now say that's not true. They are not part of the official government delegation. Okay. And one thing for note today, UN travels there because now the biggest global platform. Where on the sidelines, all man can able to do things the other one for do. Some people that if you don't enable, they're not in a government delegation. But then they go there. Some man belong to organizations where you go get people there for go there at that particular time. You understand me? The organizations they go pay for them. All of these things where they talk, let me brother go research. You say now researcher, let go research back. You find out what they tell people in fact. You understand? Jimmy Batilo Songa, most of his life in the UK don't live. Yeah? I mean, man we get connections all over the place. Para, Setijana, you understand? SLPP not a small party. If SLPP chairman wants to have SLPP party able to fund that chairman, they intrigue.
So for this people then go Batilo and
they are not part of the official government delegation.
Now the SLPP party now sponsor.
I don't know how they get them, but they are not part of the official government. Would I know that the official government delegation, not to government they fund you trip?
Okay. So what are the people that are official travel trip to hunger?
I don't need for going to that one day. Not to me put list together. I just want set the record straight. Because now then two people when they mention, so now maybe they go to other people there. You understand me? That the chairman and the secretary general, they are not part of the government delegation. I don't make myself clear on that one day. Let me go do research more and bring other facts can challenge me. Then it talks president left this country more than I don't deal with we. I mean that's with all due respect to it, that's just a joke. The man on there 7 years. So it's only 7 years. He don't out of the country more past I don't do in Sierra. So
now that's people they speculate say the pan no
come on. I mean
inside
I don't know but this it really not make sense.
But just to say
7 years. How you go tell me say me host one like why they show me host? I don't know street pass I in a house.
It's not possible.
It's just not possible.
Just to say, but the president hardly take 2 weeks now, Salon continue.
No, that's not true. That is not true.
It hardly take 2 weeks.
So make I give you other reasons why the president is travel. Yeah.
No. But you hardly there 2 weeks continuous.
No, that's not true. I don't debunk that in the back. That's not true. But make I come back to all that thing there. How, why, and how the president travel. You understand? The president, as we speak, now the chairman of the Committee of 10 on the for African Reform at the UN Security Council. You understand? Now leadership will land in the play. As we speak, the president we a member of UN Security Council, non-permanent category. As we speak, this great president go UN. He went as chairman, you understand, of the ECOWAS authorities of heads of states. Yeah? Let's just give the most recent one. Quite recently, he went to Burkina Faso. Not to jolly ride Europa. He went there as chairman of ECOWAS because Burkina Faso is one of the country there where they travel come out from ECOWAS. You understand me? And the one way he go to when Captain Traoré, they talk with the other one and they wait all day on this one. Now, president believe in dialogue and that responsibility with them gear. Now they go perform so.
What are the footing on the way presidents they travel?
They don't make a clear to understand ECOWAS. So in ECOWAS trip, they mix up and then trip here. Again, so now they go for camp. Again, so many other trips them where sometimes them bilateral. Now, sometimes the government way they call her go take care of that trip. Again, organizations the way go want for them go do something, we go take care of a trip. It get other trips the way that day, of course, now the state now is supposed for supporter. You understand me? So, then trip the only person they make, some of them trip they also get for do it in walls. You understand? Now, international man.
But just
you understand me? When you talk, when are they come? Musa, we need to make them
one, but according to the Minister of Finance, now Salon they pay for the president in travel to ECOWAS.
No, so Minister of Finance me tell you. Because
what he say?
ECOWAS, somebody they bring that question, they can say,
now
you understand me? And fine. Say, where president going to go by ECOWAS business or where the whole ECOWAS meetings? Make them very clear. ECOWAS, go check your neighbor, they do research in there. Go research. Say ECOWAS, then in your own business, ECOWAS can fall for funder, and they fund it. Lord, be very clear on now and day, yeah? Because somebody be asked, say them ECOWAS meeting there, this and that, make a very clear say now cost on ECOWAS. So, but I be need for make that point there, yeah? I just want to respond one to the thing the way you say. Then it's talking about say, not all trips are necessary. But I mean, first one tell you say, I say for flying a plane, not to enjoyment, now risk. You understand me?
But it's like how they enjoy the travel.
No, so that's not true. So these are the misconceptions I'm here to address. You understand me? If for flying not to luxury, there's no way you go tell somebody say they go trip when not necessary. It's not true. You understand? Now, I want for debunk them first before we are really can bring one or two things the way we really not benefit to this country. And I go to the most recent ones. Yeah? Because all the talk way it calculates trip parity as it goes say about $1 million. $1 million, let's say $2 million. As against billions or hundreds of millions of dollars we don't come in support of failed development projects in the country. Does it not make sense to travel? So now come back to this other one. It's a private jet expensive. Yes. But then, Salon go buy private jets now? No. Because we don't have money for buy.
So,
you understand?
So now in that case, people still raise concern, say the country now gets that kind of resources still. But the president would say are frequent, and we get ambassadors them, as my colleague mentioned. Even hunger, we see Burkina Faso or other country, then we are the ambassador or other people who represent them. But people say the president, even public lecture.
So that ambassador in itself, when they don't do all the groundwork, for create with connections with other people for certain benefits when they come to the country, they can always require the president for go back and do the final thing. That is how it works so for everybody.
Without President Bill moving, things need to happen for Salon.
I don't tell you say, I don't give you for example maybe for 98.1 naira. If you get certain things that they way they go call una for do 98.1, they go insist say let somebody hire go.
But we know the system presidents then they move.
Which president is running there? When are Ghana to another move?
We see the likes of Paul Kagame's. They hardly move. You see the Mogafuli style. They hardly way be that like the hardly move.
Paul Kagame.
Even the president of.
What you mean now? Paul Kagame has been in power for since 1994, 95. Calculate how many years that day. Uninterrupted. He don't get all the time in the world for creating connections. He don't get all the time in the world for executing plan. He don't get all the time in the world for the when President Bio come. With all the challenges President Bio come in there, you expect her for sit down. And they compete somebody where you the challenge post we don't establish. You when they start business today. And the one we don't day in business don't make profit. No understand the same.
So
why you don't refer to you as a startup? And as so that as somebody we establish. Make another step. I need for response to them. Please, I will round up this stuff and be exposed. Any other issues come, I will take her. Yeah. That number of private jet, that money we pay for private jet, I don't put all into the cost benefit analysis. I don't tell you say when you put all. Now, me brother's lawyer, by your own calculation, saying about all this thing about $1 million for the year. But waiting, then to the carry it. Like for Israel, I just make one or two. China. The supporting China don't give we of late. Me no member say they don't get any government of late. You know why? President Bio in relationship where he go China and build with the Chinese president. We got over $50 million for stadium. Yeah. Where they build na grants, not to we got $55 million fish harbor where they can build. Na grants, not to we army get Boku machine today for make whole agriculture or that thing there. Where President go talk with China give we. We not pay for how we get millions of dollars. We get no I come. I just go ahead. That's very simple for me.
Just say before you go to the benefits, look at the cost. What do you think say the cost salon per president's travel?
No, I mean that you not gonna be fair to me from me exactly.
But you know the benefit.
But what I will tell you, estimate. Me brother say where they give analysis now estimate to give, but you calculate an estimate.
What you estimate for we?
By the same estimate today, me don't tell you say if in the world say no, if you say $2-3 million. Now make from the outset now I don't tell you about cost benefit analysis. You say when they do business. If you spend $5 million, not say you don't spend $5 million. You spend $5 million. You don't bring over $3 billion kind of the country. But not a good business now. You don't continue to do that business. It is as simple as that. Okay. You understand? No, you left 2 more. Auditor General. He said the second because he is issued for president in 3 this and that. My brother, they are pointing at that position. He not to Lord unto yourself. Now, I made the laws of this country so clearly. How they work for pull you if for professional misconduct. They set up a tribunal. They're not just working on money, they pull out. The tribunal go, he appear, witnesses they go, everybody go. You understand me? So the law gather make clear. Then he say the system no they work right. So now I make in the always criticize. You get right for criticize, my brother. It's not democracy. Who not have to criticize? As a matter of fact, this government don't put itself up for public scrutiny past any government that this country history. Even the president. Okay. This studio should also president. You don't ask any kind of question I want. You don't do it. Now the only question we ever know in this country. You understand me? So we don't worry about criticism. All we are saying.
Now the only president don't go to studio.
When in the service, we not election time and they tell you when is done office, come on office.
We don't see president don't go to radio.
Not to election time and they tell you what's the campaign. So that you understand me? This system, you will get your challenges today, yeah. But the system they support in citizens. Now make when MCC reports come up, when they tell you about what do they put per education, we get high mark.
Alright.
What do they put per health? We get maternal and infant mortality. Don't go up and pass any question in the world right side. You don't say all of these things.
Okay. We can look at some of the things that we mentioned, but quickly before we go over to Dr. Moinina, Mr. Sesay, why President no can send the Vice President on certain issues them passing self-go?
A lot of issues you don't send the Vice President.
Which one?
Boku.
Which one?
Okay, so I can start for you the one where we all they enjoy football. When we come in football, they play in this country because they take politics put inside. And who are football play because president want for you sports as a tool for empower young people, create jobs for them. It was a concern to him. Straight away, now the Honorable Vice President is saying Switzerland for go engage FIFA. And the Honorable Vice President go pull them off. We also be happy when we will get executive in place where football begin play. And for next day, thousands of people don't benefit from football.
All right.
You understand? So now go to that most basic. Several other trips today where the president, they send the vice president. This vice president who gets, by the way, intelligence level. It's so high.
All right.
Very brilliant man, and not to possible when you the same by any task when the tire para.
Right.
So the president always get that confidence for Senate for when they say always on the Senate.
Continue for the way to inside the program. The program na Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Over to you, Dr. Moinina. You don't really hear about the things that we Josie say don't say. We are going to say most of the things that we you mention not to. Again, is it that you still concerned about the frequent travel of presidents?
Surely, this is something we very serious and something we all for take into cognizance. We make mention say for travel, easy, especially where you get fatigue. You get other health implications. We come up with that. But for me, I look at not just the frequency. I also look at resource-wise, almost the cost we get in trips there. So. For the very first time in our country, from where they understand we political system, we not just get ambassadors, we also get deputy ambassadors, we get attaches, we get a lot of people that will work with diplomatic missions then. We also get new diplomatic missions that we open. Of course, we get the diplomatic mission to Kenya, we get to other countries that we don't open. Now, all of this gets a direct implication on the national budget. Almost really pay them people here, so waiting and they do, waiting at some of their activities. For we get events them like that, then we not get them people here so for representatives, then what are we doing? It's like we pay somebody for some job where they do. And if we pay person for a job where they do, then wait to make we continue for pay the person. So for we get just the president going to these trips, for me, I kind for asking, is it that the president not trust the people that waiting to them position and they go handle the situations properly, or is it that they need to do well? Look at we get issues then we come up. The whole hunger with president they talk, and not even make mention once of the younger issue. Not even one statement say for say younger na something where they happen here. We get ECOWAS delegation, we go solve the younger issue, then stop them. They're not going inside the country. Then they're not going to the place. The Guinean forces stop them for come back. This was one of the biggest opportunities we president will get for address that issue. They say can go to International Court of Arbitration. The UN is the biggest international diplomatic scene. So why we not even make mention of that? Another opportunity the way we get. But we can't even say that because now we look at the implications of the trips. The trips alone, it's in itself, it gets thing that some of we really don't want for going to anymore. Look at quite recently, we president in the UK on a state visit. Then we see a picture of with the former flag bearer of the APC. A lot of things can fly around the country. People and say tripartite recommendation, this happened, that happened. But me, I can always tell people and say, I don't live by hearsay. I don't live by what I read on papers, what I read by books. Because for me, I can always say, where I say empirical evidence, I don't for argue with them. I not just to talk something because I hear and something I say on social media. No, I find out about the truth. Then I go for get very good analysis of them. But the trip to UK, it don't happen. It don't pass. We don't go. This don't come. We are back here in Sierra Leone. Waiting really that thing they get for do to we. The tripartite recommendation, according to the chief minister imposed, to say that they implement up to 84% of them. The balance 16%, we don't know what's in the inside in. So inside that 16%, they will really watch, low see, Usai and Usai again for talk. A lot of people are speculating about power sharing deals. We don't see power sharing deal in Salon under the former Ahmed Tijan regime. We see say Fode Sebana Sanko was vice president too in Sierra Leone. We also get some members back of the RAF where we hold some ministerial positions. That's a power sharing deal. But for this one, we don't know whether that will happen. After that day, we see say where the tripartite recommendation begin for implement, we see say money came into the country, which was very good because by then governance processes were standstill. A lot of projects and will be need for be pushed, but they're not be able to get the money. Now we are up and running, we see things and they happen. But the question we need to ask is how much more we get for continue for endure than presidential trips there, so because it still gets a tolling effect on us. And I still hold on to the point of view is that the president don't left this country more times than he done there with we. If not, November 23 was a testament of that. President was out of the country. Okay. So it can't meet the issue on the ground. So if he was here, probably that would have been prevented.
All right. Now, when the president did travel, he don't come with some things. Them he meet with different leader. There, for example, he meet with Econ on the light.
We don't ever see the lights in project cancel reality.
All right. He meet with different people, and recently we see some of the money that we don't sign to. You know, things say that's all our progress. We make the president can go out there for go source fund for in country.
I'm not questioning the progress part. I'm questioning the cost implication part. Almost in the cost way. Like what you see done so now, you have a home, right? You do run your house. If then tell you say for provide light now house, it cost you this. You dey look at first of all the cost before you look at the benefits, right? If you don't know the costs, you might not even look at the benefits. Sometimes, okay, like I miss so now. I come back salon 2020, December 31st. Then I've been here from 2020. From what I don't care so, I can count how many times I don't left salon. It's not that I don't have engagement. Most of the time I do my engagements online. Because one, I get a commitment. Me na deputy head of department na IPAM. I don't go left for go work na campus. I dey travel out of the country. Sometimes I tell them, can we do it online? And virtually, they can agree to yes, we can do, the impacts remains the same.
No, Doc, most times the arguments we can ask experts or government officials then can say this is the president and this is the fountain of honor. And these travels, according to some, not gets any impact on the economy because any money spent on the president, not for nothing, and the head of state or the president, it therefore reflects the status of the country itself.
Okay. Well, it gets impacts on the country. I'll give you one simple example. We get a presidential town hall meeting where the Ministry of Civic Education and Information organize. Presidents not show up. They not even do a Zoom meeting for that. But we get hunger, president go. So are we saying that hunger more important than addressing us the people in Sierra Leone? The first one is shop. The second one will go on Akenema. He was not there. So what's not the excuse for that? We get internet. He can connect, talk to people online. And then the minister unfortunately make a statement we really and truly not go that well with me. Unfortunately, the president they follow online. So you can follow online, but you not can talk to me online. So what is the essence of that? So these are some of the things that we are saying. That if you can prioritize international travel, why don't prioritize local travels? Almost 10% don't actually go to some areas in this country and address issues. Most of the time, what they say, minister, highest VP for can talk to me, but president is not there. But when it comes to international trips, he's there. So I still hold on to the fact that some of these trips we don't cut.
According to Josie, say the president an international man. He work for ECOWAS
and then make you go represent international, make you not represent Salon. If you are representing Sierra Leone, you should be with us. I can tell you, since 2002, the only president who I don't see we actually deal with in this country was Amati Jankaba. He was always here with us. We did discuss with him. Pakabana, the only person they pull music today. And they tell them, say, let them sing instead of them go all gone. That was that kind of a president that we needed. And we still need that kind of president. But this president is not actually giving us that kind of thing.
Joe, Sesay, you take few notes, you respond quickly, then we can look at messages.
Quickly. I mean, what I ask, how many times president don't go offline for go talk to people compared to how I don't travel out of the country. President you don't go round salon past any president in this country history.
During campaign.
If you wait on this where they go apply, most of the times they go apply. They don't need for country say they go apply. most of the activities they apply not to use yourself here we state hospital.
But President most in travel now during election where they go now do last
that name don't pass. That name all that travel all over the country. I don't tell you back if you now most times it they apply. Yeah. So that need for clear that one. Then he say president also up now presidential town hall. Yeah. You say first you don't yeah. You go down plan say today I go Abadi la go see so possible. 2-3 minutes before you move, something can come up to make that change. President Amotama like you chef.
So now happen in Kenema.
President Amotama like is so I don't give you a simple example. Usma way is not there. You go down plan say you come on here, you go Lumley for go see so or for go do so. Something can come 1-2 minutes before you move. When they make you change that plan, now Amotama they happen to anybody. So I just therefore the president, by the way, now he say la go na town hall, la go talk to people. So not all the president will go balance anybody. Now they talk about the UN General Assembly. For your information, UN General Assembly, I don't go so the biggest investment ever in the energy infrastructure of this country. We don't go pull her off. We don't go get endorsement from people that we can invest in it. And up to $2.2 billion. President Biobi Sidona, nobody go get one day. In the next 5-6 years, you go begin enjoy that, and you begin to begin enjoy her. You understand me? If they do this thing for country, in a run for itself, yeah. Then they talk against president will be here in the country November 20. No, it be there. As a matter of fact, you know, say president a military man, and not just military man, now battle-tested military man. That can tell you say that military operations where we reverse that entire thing. Now him be there at the heart of her. I can tell you that one day. Not to president, not to just military man, no. Now battle-tested military man.
So you mean
they just doing the war.
So you mean they are the gun for push
So I don't know say not been there.
No, the thing I want to make clear is it that the president now they mean the forefront for push some of the people.
When me not to Sojaman.
No, I really get
Sojaman by was Sojaman there. Yeah. When Sojaman go first, the people that they will go general they go sit down plot out the entire thing they go. So now, so while they talk and they talk, the partner soldier back to test the soldier don't fear to war. He know how for him to so he was here. Let us not say no be there. He be there for stabilize things. Yeah, then me what I say just concern but the cost, not the benefit. So that is very unfair to the president. Very, very unfair. Because the benefits now they show the reason why they go. And that is what you are not saying. We're very unfair to her. Because now the crux of the matter. And they go Cameroon every weekend car. The next question you can end the same person in mind now. Wait till they go today. Wait till they go bring car. I don't tell you if you as an institution now 98.1. When they send you Usman, we now government office will go to a call back to office report. If the auditor the other kind they ask for see that money where you spend go Kabbalah, go to ABCD. Let you explain how you go pass and wait you bring away benefit to the where get benefit to the office. You understand me? So the benefit very important. I get countless number of projects where don't benefit. Look, the free quality education where they benefit tens of thousands of people every year.
Okay.
A lot of donor money, a lot of international partnership money there inside. When I become president, I have to go meet them when they get there. Agriculture right now, a lot of resources there inside. When they give support to farmers, we make right now, we see rice price don't begin go down, not by magic. Now because we they grow your rice now, they increase production, plenty of other things. So then resources they always they go big, then they come, then they touch people their lives. As we should World Bank they support 8 bridges, suicide ferry there, they draw ferry there. 4 almost they complete. The other 4 when they can't start, now because president go engage the World Bank president. You understand me? Then when they connect them communities they. But go ask the people right now, they go how you improve your life there. Many of them things there. So
Mr. Sesay, you get that Tanaya we just want for let you clear. Last year we get a data where the show say president spent over $28 million for travel.
Who's that done come on?
My data we get when a journalist you will tell me whether that's true or not and give me the actual figure.
So I go for no side come out. Yeah. Personally, just you write something and you can't be telling me say now so you know.
No, we're getting the data they show.
How to start? No,
I'm not telling me source. How much the president spent last year?
So the only person we will give factual figure, but waiting they spend for a president. I mean, so finance.
So now this woman they go and say it spent over $28 million.
It's not true.
So almost president spent now last year.
Me not to Minister of Finance at the work.
But why they deny the figure?
If you ask me that day before they come, I probably go don't get.
But they can't talk about.
Not all thing I go can I get na me aid. Something a day I go get for reach out to sister ministry where I feel get that information. That's what we can do. Not to all to just get away because na government talk money. No understand that. But what I can challenge you, as long as that is not from the Ministry of Finance, now the figment of somebody's imagination nowadays. Okay. It is totally untrue. So, you understand me?
But why did you deny the data? Will you not know the actual data?
Because it is not from the right source. I don't tell you. When then you finance person at 98.1 naira. Now you will tell me, just to say, what did they spend per Usman every week for go get that information at Kabbalah? If me she don't have my own account talk, it not going to be the right talk because it ain't give the money. Now you get document. The Ministry of Finance now the only institution where they process money for the president. If I didn't be telling you they come out, I will use it. But what's not today? That source is questionable and that figure is wrong. That is totally untrue.
Okay.
Tell me say come up for Ministry of Finance, and that is not for Ministry of Finance.
Just to say we can look at messages, Joe, but most times when plenty issues or events they don't unfold in the country where the president know the. One of them now be the August incident, and another one during the height of the COVID-19, the president traveled almost a month. Initially, we be the left, we get a release, say the president they go on holiday, and later we get another news, say they go on medical now Lebanon. And also on the independence of the day of the country, this last one, the president be left go pope in bearing. This now one we don't bring concern among citizens them about the presidents they are left the country at such an important or crucial time and go on international trips.
So Musa again, COVID what you mentioned, President Bio felt COVID. The record show wake up and the data they will show. Almost case we get almost how we will felt COVID. Now I know the president this country we felt COVID pass beaucoup country in the world.
But these are citizens that what you take on that?
The data they will show that one day. So don't let me say you don't be concerned. If we give put measures in place long since before we get a record case now. Now make if you say you see the data, we not the country we record the lowest number of cases, we not because we record the lowest number of people that will die. You understand?
On
they're not just happy because we face fine. Now because president do the right thing. Look at that.
On the independence.
Then on the you talk about Pope in Benin. The president na Catholic. Now a devout Catholic. So you understand me?
Pope in Benin be more important at that moment than independence.
Well, independence we always because of we know how for waste money, we always don't spend independence low key. You understand me? Not all, any big activity not be there for that one day.
No,
you understand?
Be there now or keep it where the president not be able to.
I've been there na the committee planning and then myself I tell represent the ministry. Now that they say we do. And we do it.
And
vice president was there.
But now the president be there at the agenda for attend.
No sir.
Now the president be there at the agenda for
attend. No sir.
But
now the honorable vice president,
the independence
attend.
It not be happen during.
And let me tell you one thing back, Musa. We get the presidency. Yeah, the presidency now two people there. The president there, the vice president there. So as long as the presidency is there, you understand me? Now it matter. The vice president are part of the presidency. You understand me? It been there. Yeah, and that was the only approved program for independence. And we all have una go share.
Okay.
You understand me? So I mean then the other issue is but who stay going to say no be
the August 8th incident. August 10th rather.
Fine. So if you know me there, the honorable vice president was here and he handled the matter perfectly well. You know me there no me say again I don't state and not to jolly right he go out in the interest of the country. Bad people they left do something here. But he left the country in capable hands. Okay. The honorable vice president
just to continue for stay with me inside the program Good Morning Salon they continue na time for look at na messages them una don't send on 077981981 and also now with Facebook page Usman.
This one from Dauda Tarawali say Usman please correct Joe. 29 African countries have now presented national energy impacts since launch of 300 in January 2025, no country will receive $2.2 billion.
This one, Sesay says when President travels, he does so with a clean team, with a lean team. Yet, when pressed further, he says he doesn't know the number. As head of strategic communications, how does he reconcile these two statements?
This one from Saidu Aliture say it is clear that one of the reasons the former Auditor General was sacked was as a result of fictional hotel bills that were stated in the last AG report. The government is not willing to give accountability in all of these traveling expenses.
This one said the chairman and the other party officials of SLPP you see in the US went on their own solidarity with the president. They are not part of the Sierra Leone delegation to Onga.
This one say thanks very much, Doc, for the information this morning.
This one say please ask why they did not take along any person with disability or the National Commission for Persons with Disability. This one from Abdullah.
This one say, Mr. Sesay, you always on point. Thanks for correcting some of the critics.
This one from Edward Aloysius Renner. They say the difference between the two guests is that doctor speaks with facts and data, while our brother journalist turned politician don't even have the facts correct. Paul Kagame became president on 22nd April 2000. Magufuli had a short stint with less travel, but his country is thriving than ours.
This one from Supercaps for they say Sesay is in the government payroll, so he will never say the truth for the post-Sierra Leonean who are suffering, so we are not surprised. Doc is a professional and is explaining from the foundation of the reality on behalf of the poor people. Thanks, Doc. You are very brilliant administrator. May God bless you.
This one from Paul Samba say, Uncle Joe, you act always warm for defend the truth, but put the act down and answer the questions.
This one say the moderator is bringing Akon promise deliberately because he knows Akon never fulfill his promises, which is not President Bill's fault. You guys, all right.
Okay, the last one they take because of time from Abraham Sisena on Facebook. They say while it is understandable that the president may need to travel for national interest, it is also important to ask why we are opening so many embassies, even in countries we've not been close to in the past. At a time when Sierra Leone is facing serious economic challenges, we hope he prioritizes only the most necessary trips and focuses on fixing the nation internally. That said, we applaud His Excellency for his remarkable leadership as ECOWAS chairman, and we pray he succeeds in convincing President Donald Trump to lift the visa restrictions on Sierra Leone. We also hope the younger issues remain high on his agenda.
The last one I will take because of time from Emmanuel H. Vandi say, Mr. Victor Moinina, you were sent by the APC to talk in favor of them. All what you are saying is trash. If you do not have any important things to say, just go out of the station. All right, these are some of the messages that we'll get inside the program this morning. Over to you, Doc.
Well, thank you very much for all the comments. Normally, I'm not keen address issues of such because all man gets your own diverse views. But I believe, say, we don't pass on a lot of information to people and they don't hear everything we need for know. That Sierra Leone is at crossroads. We need for prioritize national development other than any other agenda. For that, our answer says thank you, and I look forward for more engagement.
All right, plenty thank you. Over to you, Mr. Sesay.
Yeah, somebody say we economic problem, President the fixer. I make inflation don't carry down to single digits. We exchange don't stabilize, and so many other things they happen with the improve, with the increased productivity in the country. We saw come on very difficult. We are getting there gradually. Then somebody say me out. That's how they talk. That's how and they make me point. I make me point. Let me point C. Then somebody say me don't government pay. Well, yeah, the government are the work for. And the facts are they talk now. Fact, I talk about benefits. Yeah. If somebody is saying that customer they look at me, they look at benefits, and benefits are the right thing for you because when anybody go inside, now wait till bring car, now really supposed to matter. Not to the small trade, then they spend power for go bring boku tinka. Then he say person disability, well, I'm not going to comment on that for now. They say the number of people, I mean, no, not to me fix the delegation, but I know not a big delegation. I'm not going to tell you the number of people exactly.
Well, not a fixed delegation, and I don't know. You say not a big delegation.
Because I know say question where you have with big delegation.
Because
because of we for save money. I know that because I know plenty tell where they travel. I know say not to people they go to. You understand? But I know can't give you the exact figure now. But I know say always not to people they go to. That is just the fact. They say 29 countries and then bid for the project 3 on there. Okay, fine. But a minute I said that they give you 2.2 billion. I say investment. The one that we got for can put money for the energy infrastructure. The commitment they make now in total up to this for Salone. Okay. That's what I'm saying. And because we able for convince them, we put a compact together, yeah, and they look and they say yes, this is what the endorser, okay. And I amount to this money. All they understand this. All these are the good things the way the president and government they do. Now then tell for they talk about. If $2.2 billion investment the Kaiser Salone, we're going to make we energy infrastructure one of the best any where you go. Okay. They talk about somebody spend $1 million, $2 million for go bring that car. Come on, let's just be realistic. So now them points here so I think say I don't make me points wrong.
Okay.
Yeah?
Plenty thank we joining inside the program this morning. Name na Abubakar Joe Sesay, in head of Strategic Communications, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Same way inside the program we get Dr. Victor Moinina, in a researcher, consultant and lecturer for Idealist Limited. As we inside the program this morning, they look at President Bureau in travel, witness some of the financial implications, then save the benefits that we bring to the country. Plenty thank you guys for joining inside the program.